Hit 50 and the shift feels brutal. Skin thins. The mirror reflects a stranger. Energy crashes. Nobody truly warns you how aggressive postmenopause can be. Studies show that in just 5 years, women can lose up to 20% of bone density, while collagen breaks down at an accelerated rate. This isn't a slow fade into aging. It's silent. Then suddenly, it's everywhere in your skin, your posture, your strength. So you do the logical thing. Buy creams, layer serums, hoard supplements. You hope. But frustration sets in when results fade or never arrive at all. Here's the hard truth most women are never told. Menopausal aging is not a surface problem. It's an internal breakdown. Hormone levels drop. Inflammation rises. Cells struggle under constant stress. You cannot fix a collapsing foundation with paint. The real fix? It shocks most women. The strongest armor for skin, bones, and energy isn't found in a $100 jar. It's in the produce aisle, backed by clinical data. Specific vegetables work at the biological level. They slow collagen loss, help regulate hormones, and protect cells from aging damage. No hype, just biology. Today, I reveal 3 essential vegetables for women over 50. I will break down the science and the exact intake that makes them effective. Stay until the end. The final insight prevents a common mistake. Subscribe for honest, science-based guidance. And comment below. Where are you watching from? And what concerns you most right now? Skin, bones, or energy? 1. Spinach, collagen and eye protector. After menopause, many women feel the change clearly. The skin no longer bounces back. Small cuts heal slower. Fine lines settle in and stay. At the same time, the eyes tire more easily, especially after hours on screens. This is not your imagination. These are real biological shifts, and this is exactly where spinach becomes important. Spinach may look ordinary, but for women over 50, it carries nutrients the body urgently needs. It contains vitamin C, vitamin A, folate, iron, and lutein. Vitamin C stands out first. It is required to make collagen. Collagen is the framework that keeps skin firm and supported. After menopause, collagen production drops sharply. When vitamin C intake is low, the body simply cannot rebuild that structure. The result is looser skin, slower repair, and deeper lines. 1 cup of raw spinach provides about 15% of your daily vitamin C needs. That may sound modest, but when it is repeated week after week, it matters. Spinach is also one of the richest natural sources of lutein. Lutein settles in the retina and helps shield the eyes from blue light and oxidative damage. Women over 50 face a higher risk of age-related macular degeneration. A 2019 study published in Nutrients linked higher lutein intake with a lower risk of this condition. Protecting vision means protecting independence. Spinach also delivers iron, folate, and magnesium, nutrients tied to circulation and energy. Many women tell me they feel drained after menopause. This fatigue is real. Hormonal changes affect how efficiently red blood cells carry oxygen. Regular intake of iron-rich foods like spinach, especially alongside vitamin C, can help steady energy over time. There is also growing evidence that diets rich in leafy greens are associated with lower systemic inflammation, a silent driver of aging. From a practical standpoint, spinach is easy to use. It can be eaten raw, blended, or lightly cooked. Alternating raw and cooked forms improves absorption. What matters most is consistency. 1 to 2 cups several times a week is enough. Over a few weeks, many women notice their skin feels less dry and their eyes recover faster from strain. These changes are not dramatic, but they accumulate. Spinach addresses 2 urgent needs after menopause, but skin and vision are only part of the picture. To protect strength and stability deeper inside the body, we now need to look at another vegetable that plays a critical role in bone health and hormone balance. Before we continue, leave a short comment below. Just 1 word is enough. Skin, eyes, or energy. And if you're comfortable, tell us where you're watching from. 2. Kale, superfood for hormones and bones. If spinach helps protect collagen and vision, Kale steps in where many women after 50 feel the deepest vulnerability: bone strength and hormonal stability. After menopause, bone loss is no longer a distant concern. It is already underway. Estrogen levels fall, and with that loss, the body loses one of its strongest natural protectors of bone density. This is why fractures can appear unexpectedly, posture changes slowly, and joint discomfort becomes more frequent. Not because you failed, but because biology shifted. This is where kale becomes critical. Kale is one of the most nutrient-dense leafy vegetables available, delivering nutrients the postmenopausal body urgently needs: vitamin K, calcium, magnesium, and protective antioxidants. Vitamin K is especially important. It activates proteins such as osteocalcin that lock calcium into the bone matrix. Without enough vitamin K, calcium cannot be used effectively, even when intake looks sufficient. The bones remain vulnerable beneath the surface. Research shows that women can lose up to 20% of bone mass within 5 to 7 years after menopause. 1 cup of raw kale provides more than 100% of daily vitamin K needs, directly supporting this fragile biological process. Kale also supplies calcium in a food-based form that the body tends to absorb more steadily over time. Studies suggest that calcium from whole foods is associated with better long-term bone outcomes than relying solely on high-dose supplements. In kale, vitamin K and calcium work together, forming a natural synergy that strengthens bones while reducing risks linked to excessive supplementation. Beyond bones, kale also supports hormonal balance. Its antioxidant compounds, including quercetin and camphorol, help reduce oxidative stress, which can intensify menopausal symptoms and accelerate cellular aging. Kale belongs to the cruciferous vegetable family, and diets rich in these vegetables are associated with improved liver detoxification pathways. This matters after menopause because the liver plays a central role in hormone metabolism. When the liver functions efficiently, hormone balance becomes easier to maintain. Many women who include kale regularly notice steadier energy and fewer mood fluctuations over time. These changes are not immediate, but they accumulate with consistency. Kale is also practical and versatile. It can be blended into smoothies, added to soups, lightly sautéed, or baked into crisp chips. Cooking softens the leaves and improves tolerance while preserving much of the nutritional value. Pairing kale with citrus or garlic improves flavor and helps with absorption of fat-soluble nutrients. This is not about perfection. It is about regular inclusion. A few servings per week, maintained over months, can make a meaningful difference. Many women feel stronger and more stable when kale becomes part of their routine. Kale is not a miracle, but it forms a reliable foundation for protecting bones and supporting hormones after 50. Spinach protects the surface. Kale strengthens the frame underneath. And once this foundation is in place, the next step goes deeper still, to the level of DNA and cellular defense, where aging truly begins. 3. Broccoli, anti-aging and DNA protector. After strengthening collagen with spinach and stabilizing bones and hormones with kale, it's time to go deeper. Because aging does not start at the surface. It begins quietly inside the cell. And this is where broccoli becomes especially important for women over 50. Broccoli is one of the most widely available cruciferous vegetables, yet it works at a level many women never hear about. Its value comes from a specific compound called sulforaphane. This compound has been studied for its ability to activate the body's internal defense systems, reduce oxidative damage, and help protect DNA integrity. After 50, when cellular repair naturally slows, this kind of protection becomes essential. What makes broccoli unique is its role in activating the NRF2 pathway. NRF2 is often described as the master switch for antioxidant defense. Instead of acting on the surface like creams or serums, sulforaphane turns on genes inside the cell that help neutralize oxidative stress. This matters because chronic oxidative stress drives inflammation, fatigue, and visible aging over time. Research consistently shows that people who consume more cruciferous vegetables have lower markers of oxidative stress and better overall health outcomes. Broccoli also delivers supporting nutrients that work together. It provides vitamin C to help maintain collagen, vitamin K to continue supporting bone strength, and dietary fiber to nourish gut bacteria. A healthy gut plays a role in hormone balance, which is often disrupted after menopause. This combination makes broccoli more than a side dish. It becomes a quiet protector of skin, bones, metabolism, and cellular health. In practical terms, broccoli is easy to use. Light steaming helps preserve sulforaphane. Roasting adds flavor. It can be added to stir fries, soups, or pasta dishes. Frozen broccoli is also a reliable option and retains most of its beneficial compounds. To enhance sulforaphane production, pairing broccoli with foods that contain myrosinus enzymes, such as mustard seeds or raw radish, can significantly boost its effectiveness. Many women tell me that after adding broccoli several times a week, they notice small but meaningful changes. Digestion feels calmer, energy is steadier, skin tone looks clearer. These changes do not happen overnight, but they accumulate over weeks and months. That is how cellular protection works. The key is consistency. Broccoli is not dramatic, but it is powerful when repeated. If you've overlooked it before, this is the moment to see it differently. Leave a quick comment below. How do you usually prepare broccoli at home? Steamed, roasted, or in a stir-fry? Spinach supports collagen and vision. Kale stabilizes bones and hormones. And broccoli protects DNA and cellular health. Together, they form a simple, evidence-based nutritional foundation for aging with strength, clarity, and confidence. 4. The combined power of 3 vegetables. Understanding spinach, kale, and broccoli individually is only the first step. The real power ignites when they work together. Nutrition science is clear on this point. Isolation is weak, synergy is powerful. After 50, as hormones crash and structure begins to fade, the body no longer responds to partial fixes. It demands a synchronized, multi-directional defense strategy to slow aging in a meaningful way. This trio functions as a coordinated system. Spinach polishes the surface, helping preserve collagen and skin elasticity. Kale reinforces the structural frame, strengthening bones and supporting healthy estrogen metabolism. Broccoli guards the command center, activating DNA defense pathways and supporting gut immunity. Together, they do not simply add benefits, they multiply them. The result is a unified biological shield that preserves structure, stabilizes hormones, and slows cellular breakdown. Research consistently links this green triad to lower risks of cardiovascular disease, osteoporosis, and accelerated skin aging. These are not separate battles. They are different fronts of the same biological war after menopause. The true advantage comes from consistency. Eating one of these vegetables occasionally helps, but combining spinach, kale, and broccoli several times per week creates a relentless flow of protective compounds. Over time, this steady supply allows the effects to compound. With sustained intake, resilience begins to return. Skin appears more hydrated. Digestion settles. Energy becomes steadier throughout the day. Confidence rebuilds quietly. This is not placebo. It is physiology in motion. Clinical data associates this pattern with improved cholesterol balance, reduced oxidative stress markers, and stronger collagen maintenance. Internal nourishment begins to rewrite external reality. The practical side is simple: a spinach and kale salad, a broccoli stir-fry, a green smoothie blended with fruit. Varying preparation keeps meals enjoyable and nutrients diverse. Do not chase perfection. Chase regularity. Small, imperfect actions repeated week after week outperform grand efforts made once a month. Stop buying empty promises. Food-based strategies work because they cooperate with your biology instead of fighting it. This is not just an investment in appearance. It is an investment in strength, mobility, and long-term independence. The next question is timing. When do changes begin to show? What results are realistic? That is where science meets real life. And that is exactly what we explore next. 5. Practical application: how to begin safely. Understanding the science is important, but real change only begins when these vegetables move from information into daily meals. This is not about strict rules or perfect eating. After 50, the body responds best to steady, repeatable habits that deliver nutrients consistently, week after week. For spinach, a practical starting point is about 1 cup of raw leaves most days of the week, or roughly half a cup if cooked. Kale works well 3 to 4 times per week, again around 1 cup raw or half a cup cooked. Broccoli can be included 3 to 5 times weekly, with about 1 cup cooked or 1.5 cups raw per serving. These are not rigid limits. Think of them as gentle benchmarks that help ensure your body receives ongoing support. The easiest way to stay consistent is to connect these vegetables to meals you already eat. At breakfast, spinach blends easily into an omelet or a fruit-based smoothie without changing the flavor much. At lunch, spinach and kale pair well in salads, especially when combined with beans or a light citrus dressing that helps improve iron absorption. For dinner, broccoli fits naturally as a side dish. Light steaming preserves sulforaphane. Stir fries and simple sautés work well too. Preparation matters, but it does not need to be complicated. Light cooking often improves digestion and nutrient absorption. Spinach releases more carotenoids when gently sautéed. Kale becomes easier to tolerate with a quick massage of olive oil and lemon. Broccoli should be steamed briefly, about 3 to 5 minutes, to protect sulforaphane. Pairing broccoli with mustard seeds or radish can further enhance this compound's activity. Frozen vegetables are a practical option and retain most of their nutritional value. Safety also matters. Women with hypothyroidism can safely enjoy these vegetables in cooked form. Those taking anticoagulant medications do not need to avoid leafy greens, but keeping vitamin K intake consistent and monitoring with a clinician is important. If kidney stones are a concern, avoid relying only on spinach and rotate with kale or other greens. What matters most is consistency. Small portions repeated regularly deliver far more benefit than occasional large amounts. Over time, these habits become routine, and as they do, many women notice not only improvements in skin and energy, but a growing sense of control and confidence in their health. 6. Results and realistic expectations. When you commit to spinach, kale, and broccoli consistently, your body responds with precision. This is not chance, it is biology. Change does not arrive overnight, but it unfolds in clear stages, reflecting how cells adapt, repair, and protect themselves when given the right raw materials. Weeks 2 to 3 mark the first phase, the quiet shift. Hydration improves. The complexion brightens slightly. Digestion begins to regulate. These are not imagined improvements, they are signals. Antioxidants and fiber are actively quenching inflammation and fueling early cellular repair. Nothing dramatic yet, but a critical foundation is being laid beneath the surface. Weeks 6 to 8 bring momentum. Fine lines soften. Skin tone evens out. The midday energy crash fades or disappears entirely. The reason is metabolic. Mitochondria, the cell's power generators, are now fueled efficiently, producing steadier energy throughout the day. You move through tasks with less fatigue, and the mirror starts to reflect that renewed vitality. These changes are gradual, measurable, and cumulative. By month 3 and beyond, the effects deepen. Bone health begins to stabilize as vitamin K and calcium do their work, lowering long-term osteoporosis risk. The gut microbiome thrives, supporting hormone balance and immune resilience. Clinical data consistently shows that this pattern reduces oxidative stress and builds protection against chronic disease. This stage brings not just physical improvement, but peace of mind about long-term health. Realism matters. This approach will not erase decades of aging overnight, and it does not replace medical care when treatment is necessary. What it offers is something superior: reliability. It functions as a proven biological brake on collagen breakdown, oxidative damage, and bone loss. These are internal assets no external product can replicate. The results last because they integrate into your biology. This is not only about appearance, it is about capability. Brighter skin, steadier energy, unshakable confidence. Aging is not about chasing lost youth. It is about claiming ownership of your vitality, using tools your body recognizes, responds to, and rewards. As we come to the end of today's video, let's return to one simple truth about health after 50. Real change does not come from expensive creams or quick fixes. It begins with consistent, evidence-based nutrition. Spinach, kale, and broccoli are not exotic foods. They are everyday vegetables supported by research showing benefits for skin strength, bone health, energy, and cellular protection. Together, they form a practical and affordable foundation for aging with confidence. Spinach supports collagen and skin resilience. Kale strengthens bones and helps stabilize hormones. Broccoli protects DNA and supports long-term cellular health. When used consistently, they work in harmony to slow both visible and invisible aging. The key is not perfection, it is consistency. Small servings repeated week after week create results your body recognizes. Over time, many women notice steadier energy, healthier skin, and a renewed sense of control over their health. If this video was helpful, please like it and share it with someone who may need this information. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Senior Health Guard so you can continue learning simple, science-based ways to stay strong after 50. In the next video, we'll explore how long it really takes to see changes after 50 and what most women misunderstand about the timeline.